Hey everyone, it's Tom Kratzer with another Rockstar Minute. Listen, I'm at the corner, I'm going to spin around of Dundas and Trafalgar here in Oakville. And the reason that I've come all the way out here on scene, if you will, is I want to show you the front lines of a population explosion. Here in Oakville, we're kind of seeing the front lines of it right now. I mean, this is spreading right through the Golden Horseshoe, but there's some interesting stuff happening here. First of all, when I was a kid, I used to come drive by this area, and I would drive by this Longos. This was like a tiny little fruit market, if you will. Now it's a full out busy grocery store, but that's not the most important thing I want to share with you. Right back here on the other side of Dundas here, at this sales office right here that you see over my shoulder here, 2 Fridays ago, this opened up, and the builder that was going to release an 8-story building at this intersection over here, instead of releasing the 8-story building, they saw so much demand that in one day they instantly changed their mind and made it a 15-story building. They obviously had approval to do that, but they went up to 15 stories based on the sheer demand that they're seeing out here on the front lines of the population explosion going on in Ontario. There's some other interesting stuff happening here. At this intersection, you can't see these cranes really well behind me, but back here, they're putting up 4 condo developments out here. So we're way out here in Oakville, past Mississauga, 4 new condo developments going up here at this intersection of Dundas and Trafalgar. And north of Dundas, when I moved in here, into Oakville about 15 years ago, there was nothing north of Dundas being built, nothing. Then the 407 was up there, but there was nothing else. Now all the development's happening largely because of the highway and the population that's creeping over from Mississauga. Now, something else that's going to happen here is that they're expecting 50,000 people to be moving up in here from about Trafalgar to Niagara or Bronte Road. That's 50,000 new people moving into this town because of the population that's spreading right through the GTA. And just as a point of interest, my wife and I, we bought our first house back in a subdivision back here in Oakville. This would be our second family home. We've moved on from that house, but our first house back there, we bought it at 2,700 square feet 15 years ago for $408,000. Right now, Nick is looking at a lower level of a stacked townhome, so the first level that's slightly underground, windows are above grade kind of thing. Right here, instead of paying $408,000, which we paid for a 2,700 square foot house, fully detached house, he's paying for a single floor, 1,100 square foot, 2 bathroom, 2 bedroom, $550,000. $140,000 more from a fully detached house to a single level stacked townhome 15 years later. This is what happens when you marry the population explosion happening in Ontario that I feel is greatly underreported with access to cheap money and low interest rates. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying this stuff is happening, and I think we should all be aware of it. And as real estate investors, if you can catch some of these trends, you can position yourself accordingly to profit from them. So anyway, hopefully that gets you thinking. Until next time, your life, your terms.